Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Hell Squad 1958. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. It was a first attempt by the director to make a war movie. It's about bunch of army guys, I guess they're in the army. I don't know, but they're in Tunisia. They're in the military. And they're getting picked off one by Germans while walking in Tunisia. This barren landscape, and one guy likes to play the harmonica a lot. I guess that makes him special. When he dies, they put the harmonica in his hand. So they keep getting shot down by airplanes, and there's a plot twist at the end, but everything happened so fast I couldn't really figure out what was going on in this one. So like I said, it was the double bill with the Tank Battalion, which I just started watching. As predicted, my route for this evening was running about an hour late, I think. So I managed to catch up a half an hour, but I still worked over 5 hours and tired as heck. And I got a new fan on my movie channel, believe it or not. An Adrian replacement. He saw my Acid Eaters review, and he's not sure if he should get the Acid Eaters Weed double bill on Something Weird video. Then he saw some of my more recent AIP videos, movie reviews, and he posted a bunch of comments that he did magic mushrooms back in the 90s when he saw I was a teenage werewolf. And yeah. So anyways, you guys posted like 3 comments on 3 of my movie reviews, so that was pretty cool. It's always nice when people just wander randomly and they discover my channel that way. Like-minded individuals, I think. He and I are. I used to have fun in the early 90s. I had my fun when I was a young guy, but I never did magic mushrooms. One time I took my friends to Santa Cruz, though, and one of my friends bought magic mushrooms there, and he was having trouble counting money after that. So, anyways, those were my reckless days back in the early 90s. But in any case, this movie's horrible. It's another AIP flick, and it was a double feature with Tank Battalion. I don't know if I mentioned that just now. I'm super tired, but yeah, I did start watching the beginning of Tank Battalion, which is a Korean War flick. So basically, the soldiers in this movie are fighting in World War II, and they become lost in Tunisia, and they start getting picked off by the Germans. They're called Krauts in this movie, which is kind of a derogatory term. It's the term that was used against me and my friend in grade school. We were talking to each other in German. And, after that, I never talked in German anymore. I just kind of gave up after fourth grade or something. And, now I don't know a word of German because I just stopped speaking German. Thanks to the kids taunting me all the time with the Kraut label. But I don't want to spoil the ending. It's kind of a lame ending. And when they're in the minefield, I couldn't really figure out what the heck happened. It was just all very confusing and maybe bad editing, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But pretty horrible flick, this one. And even from a technical standpoint, the clothes that they wear, the facial hair, the guns that they use are all very unrealistic, according to one reviewer. So I guess the AIP takes people for fools, not only with their movie posters, as I was telling my new fan, but also with the whole war setting in this movie. Very unrealistic and pretty boring. Just guys walking around in the desert, pretty much getting picked off, trying to survive. I guess that's why it's called Hill Squad. Anyway, I got my Longevix advantage, so we'll see if it makes me look younger. My buzz cut's already starting to grow out, so I probably gained another 8 years. I'm trying to offset it with some magical elixir pills. They're like almost $1 a pill, and I have to take 2 a day, so I'm gonna run out in 1 month. I better buy 3 and get 1 free. I'm doing it for my best friend in case she decides to show her face in California next month. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm not exactly holding my breath. She hasn't been very crazy or passionate about being my girlfriend. We've just kind of been friends for like 13 years, long distance friends. She's never really expressed any desire to progress any farther than that. I don't know how lonely she is or desperate for a man or whatever, but apparently she's content just being a born-again Christian. So I've really got to somehow come down on her hard and just keep being persistent about it. Otherwise, I'm not going to get anywhere with this lady. But enough about my personal life. I had a pretty decent productive night. I finished watching Hell Squad, of course, in my car, like I predicted. They were sitting on my route for about an hour or something, an hour and a half. And, I made up about an hour, so I was only running like a half an hour late, but still I had to drive back to work from Redwood City, so that took another 45 minutes. So I put it in a good 5.5 hours tonight. Another day of nice earnings, I guess you could say. Hopefully I'll get a nice fat paycheck in about a week and a half, and make up for the diminished cash tips that I've been receiving this month, because people got tired of the Bleeding Hearts got tired of giving me like $300, $400 a month cash tips. Maybe they became unemployed or something. But yeah, living on unemployment money. We'll see how long that lasts before they want to become entrepreneurs like my best friend. I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm working 2 jobs up right now. So, but I flunked my entrepreneurship class in college, so I don't know how adept I'll be at coming up with a business plan. I couldn't seem to think of anything when I was in college. Probably because by then I was too messed up and morally depraved, I guess. Not really caring too much about academics. By my 3rd year in college, even though I was ready to graduate, really, I still kind of didn't take my studies very seriously in my last year of college. So, it's pretty crazy times. I'll let you go, but don't really have anything else to say about this movie other than it's in glorious black and white, of course. The only time EIP does color is towards the end of the movie, like How to Make a Monster. And, man, that was really bad. Spin-off. I was a teenage Frankenstein and I was a teenage werewolf. That was a really bad spin-off. Anyways, the send in my review later.